One problem you might have noticed with this 3D printed crush spacer that we installed last time, let me click on it here, is that it is partially blocking the two holes that are next to this screw in both this dimension and across the tube going the other direction. You can see it pretty well if it's highlighted, it's halfway through the hole. And there's a couple of things that we could do to make this a little bit friendlier. We still don't have a way to stop the spacer when we're inserting it other than going, yep, it's at the right distance, stop pushing it farther into the tube. But we could add that feature, and let me show you how. So I'm going to open this part up again. And what I'm going to do is make it so that if you insert the bolt on one side or the other, that it will stop this spacer in the correct location. So this is the top face of it, and you can see it's a little bit narrower this way than it is this way, so this must be our 1-inch side. What I'm going to do is pattern this clearance hole. So click on the clearance hole, come up to linear pattern. There we go. And the way that linear pattern works is you need to select a direction. So this line is going in the direction that we want to pattern it. I want to make 2 instances of it, and I want to make them 0.5 inches apart. That's what the whole pattern is. So that one's a partial there. And there we go. So now I'll just go ahead and save this. If I go back to the assembly, you will see that this updates. So now, if I were to put a screw in the next hole over, like this, before we start, when we go to slide that crush spacer into place, it'll stop at this next screw over. Like that. It'll stop at this screw, and then we can drop this one in. So that's really convenient because then we don't need to go, oh, it's gone a little bit too far, come in from the other side and bump it back. We have a stop that we can put in. And then obviously we'd take it out before we actually work on the rest of the robot. So there you go. There's how you can make this spacer a little bit friendlier.